how I have been saying that what the United States is doing by putting innocent people on international waters is going to end Pete Hesgeth, Marco Rubio, and probably Kristi Noem in the fucking Hague? Well, it appears that when the 6 Democrats who are veterans came out and said that soldiers can disobey unlawful orders, they actually were onto something. Because it seems like unlawful orders have been given by the Secretary of War already. The military carried out a follow-up strike on a suspected drug vessel operating in the Caribbean on September 2nd after initial attack did not kill everyone on board. Sources familiar with the matter told CNN. That September strike was the first in what became a regular series of attacks on alleged drug boats. While the first strike appeared to disable the boat and cause deaths, the military assessed there were survivors, according to the sources. The second attack killed the remaining crew on board, bringing the total death toll to 11 and sunk the ship. Secretary of Defense Pete Hesgeth had ordered the military prior to the operation to ensure the strike killed everyone on board. But it's not clear if he knew there were survivors prior to the second strike, one of the sources said. The strike and deaths were announced by President Donald Trump on the day of the attacks, but the administration has never publicly acknowledged killing survivors. Trump said on Thursday that action on land to stop suspected drug trafficking networks in Venezuela could, quote, start very soon, amid ongoing questions about the legality of the U.S. military's campaign around Latin America. Officials have acknowledged not knowing the identities of everyone on board the boats before they are struck, CNN reported. I have been alarmed by the number of vessels that this administration has taken out without a single consultation of Congress, Democratic Representative Madeleine Dean told CNN this week. Quote, just last week, I took a look in a SCIF, Sensitive Compartmented Information Facility, because I'm a member of a Foreign Affairs, at some documents around the sinking of these vessels and the murder of the people on these boats. Nowhere in there was there evidence of what was going on. People briefed on the, quote, double tap strike said they were concerned that it could violate the law of armed conflict, which prohibits the execution of an enemy combatant who is, quote, hors de combat or taken out of the fight due to injury or surrender. They're breaking the law either way, said Sarah Harrison, a former associate general counsel at the Pentagon who now serves as a senior analyst at the crisis group think tank. Quote, they're killing civilians in the first place, and then if you assume they're combatants, it's also unlawful. Under the law of armed conflict, if somebody is hors de combat, and if no longer able to fight, then they have to be treated humanely. The United States doesn't give a single fuck about Latin American people. The United States doesn't give a single fuck about people. The United States just wants to implement their story so they can go in to Venezuela and do regime change. And yet, time and time again, I have been saying that what the United States is doing by executing people on international waters is a war crime. The United States has executed 83 people. 83 fucking people from Trinidad and Tobago, from Colombia, from Venezuela. The United States deserves to be held accountable for every single person they have executed in the past 3 fucking months. That means Donald Trump needs to be held and put in prison. That means Marco Rubio, Pete Hesgeth, Kristi Noem, all of these disgusting, vile fucks need to be held accountable because 83 people are dead because they are just racist fucks that just want to kill people so they can go and do regime change so they can fill their pockets filled with oil money. That is what is happening. And time again, the mainstream media really hasn't been honing in on the fact that these are fucking war crimes. The United States has not been held accountable the way they should be. When you give Israel and the United States leeway for the past 2 fucking years to commit genocide against the Palestinian peoples in Gaza, of course Trump is going to be like, well, you know what, let's see how far we can fucking go. Let's see how far we can fucking go. They're fucking seeing how far they can go because no one is fucking brave enough to be like, you know what, the United States is enough. We need to sanction the United States. We need to hold these people accountable. We need to demand that the United States government is held accountable because Innocent civilians are being assassinated and executed. But that is not happening. That is not happening. What is happening is innocent civilians are being executed, and then the United States just keeps doing it again. And we are going to see this with more reporting being done, how much fucking harm the United States has done in the past 3 months with just this. This does not include Sekot. This does not include the fact that the United States is putting legal National Guardsmen against their own citizens throughout the United States. This does not include the fact that ICE are being hired, that are pedophiles, that are being arrested for DUIs, that are criminals. This doesn't include all of that. This regime just keeps doing illegal shit. And until everyone starts speaking the fuck up and demanding that we do better, demanding the fucking Democrats to stop laying the fuck down and actually fight for our democracy, we are going to be in some of the most horrific times imaginable. If you think these 10 months have been bad, just fucking wait for the next 3.5 years. Just fucking wait. My issue is how silent the Democrats have been regarding this matter. This is why Chuck Schumer needs to fucking go. This is why Chris Van Hollen needs to be the next Senate minority leader for the Democrats. This is why Hakeem Jeffries needs to fucking go. Ro Khanna needs to be the Democrat minority leader for the House. We need people who are against fascism. We need people who are not in bed with fucking fascists like Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries. If these fucking assholes are for Israel, who is currently in cahoots with the United States committing a genocide against Palestinians, you really think they're going to fight for Latinos right now who are being picked up, disappeared, and human trafficked? They don't give a fuck about us. Just like they don't give a fuck about Palestinians. Because we're brown. And y'all can say, oh, Hakeem Jeffries is brown. Hakeem Jeffries is one of those black people that thinks he's white. Hakeem Jeffries just cares about the PAC money and the donors. He doesn't give a fuck what color he is. He will never stand up for his own fucking people. He's a disgrace. So it is important to understand that until the Democratic Party gets rid of people that are bed with fascists, we will never get out of this harmful fucking cycle we are in. And I am so fucking sick of the fact that not enough people are horrified with the fact that 83 fucking people have been executed on international waters. And I don't give a fuck if they have bombs, if they have fucking drugs. That does not give you any excuse to execute them on international waters because no one's in fucking danger. On top of it, it has been shown that those fucking dinghies, you need to refuel them over 20 fucking times before they will even enter the United States water. That's how far Venezuela is. That's how far they are from the United States. It's just, oh my God. We are about to do a forever war. Millions of people are about to be displaced. Millions of people are about to be killed. Thousands of Americans are about to be killed because of the United States and their fucking greed. Wake the fuck up. Speak loud. Demand change. Because if you think Iraq was bad, you have no fucking idea what's coming.